I want to reduce that, have more confidence, and yeah, give a better speed
Okay.
in corporate panel basically. For now, I have. Later, I can maybe change it. Yeah.
Just to clarify, your intention is to present in front of a group and improve your presentation skills,
Yeah.
especially for that kind of environment.
Yeah.
And you don't have any challenges in preparing for the presentations, or
So generally, for me, the preparing for the presentation requires a lot of technical things, which are fine. The soft skills are all. I think that's also some problem, but that's not my biggest problem. Uh, Biggest problem is going on the stage and facing everyone. Uh, yeah.
okay. Okay. So the let me summarize all. When I look at the three of you right now, the thing that is common is about speaking on the stage. So all three of you want to speak on the stage and hold the audience attention. That is the basic thing. And the second aspects, some one of you want to be more mindful and deliver it as you want to deliver. Others want to be comfortable with new topics, and the third wants to worry about how to be on the stage and developing the soft skills, which is kind of a secondary feature that we come up with. I hope this is what we are targeting right now. Is it fine for now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let me now go to Toastmasters website right now and try to give you what exactly happens once you get your credentials. I hope Hardik and Shashank, you guys can open your own Toastmasters website and enter your credentials. In the meantime, you can parallelly watch, and Tushar, you can just go through it. You will get some idea what exactly you want to take up, because we have a very clear module for what we want to do. That I already did. Persuasive influence I already did as uh, my pathways, so I can explain to you how it works. So give me a moment, please. I am trying to get past the captcha. Hmm. So is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So at this moment, right now we are entering into the second module. Hardik, you can change the timing. So right now we are trying to enter into the psychometric test that will happen for the pathways. So once I open it, then I want you guys to follow this. So in the website, in Toastmasters website, there are lots of resources available, but there is only two tabs that we need to concentrate. After you log in, so there is a way to log in. So let me log out first for you guys, and
Logged in, by the way, in mine.
once you try to log in, after you cross this pesky after you cross that, you have to come to pathways first time when you're doing it, and come to choose a path. Okay, so once you go into choose a path, so in my case I already have a path, so this is showing me here, but you need to go for continue path selection. Okay, so we will come to this tab in the next session. Now we are going to talk about continue path selection. So click on this and select on digital resources. Okay, yeah, my Firefox and my Chrome is having a dark mode, so the way you see here and the way you see there might be different. So if you have any queries, do let me know. And once you select the digital resource, then there are two options here. So there is view a path option, and there is take an assessment. Right now, I would suggest all of you to take the assessment. Okay, and then you continue. Yeah.
In mind, there is one more. Select presentation mastery. Suggested for new members, primarily focused on building public speaking skills.
Okay, so okay, can you share the
Me?
can you share the what is it called? Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Who, can you give me the access?
Just one moment, I'm doing that. Shashank, Hardik, so have you completed your assessments?
Yeah.
Can any one of you show your the choice that is coming to you?
I have not completed.
Yeah.
So maybe you can just open up and take the share and open up, show it
Yeah.
to us if you don't mind.
Yeah. So I'm getting these.
Yeah, any one of you can show it for Tushar's and others who are going to do it. For them, it will be helpful. So
Yeah. So I'm getting these options: innovative planning, effective coaching,
could
and dynamic
you share?
leadership.
Could you share the screen?
I have shared. You're not able to see.
Just one moment. I will stop my share. Yeah. Again, share it, please. I'm sorry. Yeah. So there goes. Right now, you have got these three options. Which one you want to know? So dynamic leadership or effective coaching or innovative planning?
I guess
Innovative planning
innovative
looks.
planning seems good. Yeah.
So I hope, Tushar, you got the point, right? How we are trying to get it done. And those out there who are going to see this recording also will be, this is how it is going to be taken place. You will have a totally different kind of choices there. Probably for Tushar, it might come for persuasive influence, dynamic leadership, and one other option. So for, again, Shashank, it might be some other three options. There are around 11 different options. So right now, I would, thanks for your support, Hardik. You can take the share back. I will show the remaining choices that the Toastmasters have got. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am showing the remaining choices that is all available, and you can also look into that. So there, as Shashank was showing, there is presentation mastery and dynamic leadership, effective coaching, leadership development, innovative planning, engaging humor, motivational strategies, persuasive influence. This is something that Tushar might be interested in. Strategic relationships, team collaboration. All these aspects have different needs. So once you are aware what exactly you want, and then you approach this, it will be much more easier and more. As you go forward, you will find more ideas on how to use these pathways to develop your skills in your life. So that is about pathway selection and the entire process, how it is being done. So to learn more about a particular path, you can go and read about the path also. Every details about the path, the projects in the path, everything is there. Just give it a little bit of time and you will be able to get more out of it. So as you can see, mastering the fundamentals, going into the learning style. I am moving into the third session right now, just for information.
Yep. So 10 minutes now. So it's on track.
So here we are talking about how the pathways are separated. We start with mastering the fundamentals. All the fundamentals are about breaking the ice. You talk about yourself first of all, to the benefit of the members and to those who are surrounding you. We start and we do some evaluation feedback, back and forth speeches. Following that, the final is researching and presenting, which Hardik was talking about, to talk something about new topics. Then comes the learning style. So what kind of learner you are? Are you a leadership kind of a learner or a communication learner? And finally, this is very, very important. This introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. This is the kind of a milestone that actually moves you from being a mentee in the Toastmasters to become a mentor. So once you complete this particular speech, then you can mentor other new members who are joining. And then comes increasing the knowledge of what you are trying to do. So here I am taking dynamic leadership. Here it is about increasing the knowledge to negotiate the best outcome. So this is the basic requirement that you need to complete in order to go for complete the level 3. And then managing the change. This is all real life scenarios that will come into your own organizations. Maybe in the future, once you become a leader of yourself or your department, these things will come into your own organization. You might have to lead in that situations. And finally, demonstrating expertise is where after all these things, you go into the field and try to see whether you can lead in any situation. And then finally, you reflect on the path. All the 3 modules, all the 3 levels have various electives as they are shown here. All these electives, you can choose all the levels after level 2 will have another 2 topics that you have to talk about. So totally, so here you will have 4 speeches almost, and here you will have some 3 speeches, 7. Here you will have 3 to 4. Here again 3 to 4. Here again 3 to 4. So almost you will be delivering 20 different speeches by the time you complete your paths. So how you guys feel? 20 different speeches. Up for it?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. How about how about Shashank and Hardik?
Yep.
Okay, good. Good to hear that. So as you can see in electives, there are lots of speeches which are very fun. You know your sense of humor, connect with your audience, as Tushar was talking about, and keeping their attention on yourself, using the presentation software like Shashank was talking about, using the vocal variety where Hardik can come into picture. So all these kinds of things. The point here is that explore. This is a tool that is given to you. It's a tool that is available to you. And let me tell you one more thing. All these electives are not something that comes in other paths also. So this particular this main speech has to be given in order to complete the elective. You can take as many electives and give as many speeches you want. If you want to make this path as long as possible, you can give even 50 speeches and complete all the electives. It is your call. No one is going to stop you. Okay. In fact, we will encourage you to give as much speeches as possible, not only in Eloquent Toastmasters Club, but in other clubs too. There are kind of things like building social media presence, creating a podcast, managing online meeting like right now how I am doing, managing public relations, having a question and answer session, writing a blog. All these things are something which actually changes the way you look at the world. In fact, it changed the way I looked at the world. I went ahead and researched a lot about building a website after I came across this building a social media presence and writing a compelling blog. It opened a very big idea about how the digital marketing works. Like that, even high performance leadership projects, leading in your volunteer organization. You might be part of volunteer organization in your own office. So how will you lead there? How to prepare and speak professionally, like how I am right now doing. All these things comes with a lot of practice. And that practice is possible in Toastmasters without being overwhelmed. There is no one going to stop you if you are making any mistakes when you are speaking. But once you are done speaking, you are given a time, and once you are done speaking, you are given a clear evaluation, a clear feedback. Feedback on your actions and not on you. This is the most important aspect of Toastmasters. We give the feedback on your actions, the way you presented, the delivery that you made, the hand gestures that you showed. It's not about you. That is the most important aspect of the feedback that you will learn. Even you too will learn that. Right now, you might be fumbling in your college, in your offices. When you want to give a feedback, they might take it to their heart, and you might feel that I did not mean it. How many of you guys felt that when you gave a feedback, the colleague or someone felt that it's not the right way to give? You should not tell me. We have faced this, right, in our own offices. So how to manage that? how to, yeah. Shashank, you have any questions?
No. I was just agreeing with you.
So such and such activities can give a huge amount of advantage to you going forward. Now, I just showed one level, so there are lots of levels, lots of paths, and each level has each their own electives. You guys can go through, but this main topic that we are talking about will be different for different paths. So do keep that in your mind. If you are having some specific kind of a need, you want to practice it, you can give the same speech even twice or thrice. I have given the okay, let me tell you a story. I actually had to uh, give a speech on introduction to Toastmasters mentoring, and I needed to speak about my experience as a mentee and also about a mentor. So what had happened, I misunderstood the context and I wrote a speech which was not related to what I have to give. So the VP head and the seniors told that you better give the speech again. It's not that you need to think that why to do the same thing again. It's an opportunity for you to come onto the stage and take the challenge. Such a kind of a positive attitude is extremely important when it comes to Toastmasters. The reason why I'm insisting on this is here we are here to learn. This entire curriculum is like going for an MBA college. So where for the first 2 years you are actually you do this. So you learn yourself. You try to do the researching. You try to improve your communication style and all those stuff. And then finally in the next 3 you start really working on what you learned in the next year. This is what MBA college does, doesn't it? So the Toastmaster path is kind of a mini MBA. I know I'm going into my marketing skills right now, but that is how it works. So having an analogy, trying to bring a metaphor in your life is more important when you start public speaking. So start that habit. How you can relate two totally unrelated topics and ideas and try to bring the cohesion, because Shashank might be looking into just developing the presentation skills, but then how to bring whatever you want to talk and relate it with him. That is only possible when you can relate two topics which is totally unrelated. I hope I have made justice to this particular area. Now I am going to enter into the next step. Once you have chosen the path, next what will happen is you will go. This is the first time you will do it. So you will choose the path, and after that you will start. You have to go to the base camp. So you will not go to this place anymore. In my case, I am a base camp manager also. Since I am the president of this club, I will have this base camp login as base camp manager. But you guys will only have go to base camp. So once you go to base camp is like what the base camp is. So this is where you get the tools ready and before you start climbing the mountain of public speaking. Go there and you will see paths and learning. Under the paths and learning, you will see the path that you are learning. So just click on the path. And okay. Click on the path and it will open the curriculum. As you guys can see here, this is how you will start. So icebreaker is something that every one of you, icebreaker, evaluation, feedback, research and presentation, everyone has to complete. So in my case, if I go to level 3 and if I go into evaluate, okay, so all your speeches, once you start your pathways, it will actually start like this. You will have an activate button here. So you have to click on the activate. It will activate the project. And then once you launch, it will launch the self-learning window where you can learn about that project. It will go through step by step about the various learnings that you have to do. Here I will show for, I don't want to show for that. I think I will show for the icebreaker here. So I am launching icebreaker learning tool. Once you start that icebreaker learning tool, it will open a separate window. If it is not opening, remove your pop-ups. So it will open the separate window, and there you can go to step-by-step processes, and you can learn how the icebreaker has to be provided. In this way, you will get to know a lot about writing the speech, how to deliver it, as well as what you will get out of delivering it. Introduction. So here you will be introduced what exactly it is being done, and your assignment. What is the assignment that you are going to do? Assess your skills. This is where you will assess your skills first. So before going to any project, the skills that is going to be taken care by that project will be assessed first by yourself. So I am confident and calm when speaking in front of groups. So Tushar might have a point to provide here. Once it comes, I understand the structure of the basic speech. Here, Shashank will be able to tell what rank he wants to provide. Same way, I am aware of the strength as a communicator and leader. All these things that you have in your mind is already taken care, and you can rate yourself. And once you are done, once you are already done, your project, you complete here, you will come to review and apply, and then you will actually go to the speech. So you will give the speech, and then you come back. After you give the speech, you come back. Okay. So here you can actually print your project, and the outline also you can print. All these things are there. You will get it as digital copy. After you give the speech, you have to come back to the same location, and you have to give your feedback. So again, the same. I am confident and calm when I am speaking. So how confident you are. So you can give the rating, and then you actually complete your level. Until then, this tick mark will not come. So once the tick mark comes, the VP Education will approve your completion, and then you can go to the next speech. This is how the entire process works. You yourself will have to do all this activities, the assessment and self-assessment before and after, and finally there will be feedbacks, evaluations also, and then you will complete the projects. This is how you have to do till the end. All the levels are separated the same way. There is no much of a difference. The same process that I showed to you will happen again and again. Any questions till now?
Kamal, so we have, I think I have already given this icebreaker, right? So I should just start and mark it as done.
Yeah. So you have to go through the entire process. So you might actually find some things that you will learn new. And if you want to give your icebreaker again, we don't have any issues. We are ready to listen to the icebreaker again too. We don't have any kind of because you might feel that I have a better understanding of the entire speech process right now. Once you go through the process, if not, then you can go for evaluation feedback. As I told you guys have minimum 15 to 20 different speeches to provide, so you have ample amount of opportunity to develop your skills. So the forum is open for discussion right now, and then we can move forward. If all of you guys are very clear, then please go ahead and yeah.
In evaluation feedback, does the auxiliary role players also come in, or does it like a separate thing? Okay, so at this moment, regarding the roles, I will again explain. Once we complete the discussion, I will explain about the roles. The roles are not related to this pathways at all. So roles are totally different. Okay. So that is the next. We have time, Hardik, or am I overshooting my time?
So right now how many sections have we completed now? So section is we have in total for the meeting till now we have taken out 30 minutes discussing about all these.
Almost. We are almost there. So if you guys have no questions, then I can go to the next step where I explain about the roles.
Kamal, I have one question. How can I enroll for this, because I don't have the credentials to log in?
Good question. So the thing is that once you connect with Salil will give you the process, and once you make the payment, we will send it to Toastmasters. We will get you the credentials, like how Shashank, Rajat and Hardik got it. We have already, so as I was telling to you before, once you enroll, Maybe we can share the icebreaker from either Shashank, Hardik, or myself. I can share the details to you. You can give the icebreaker speech also. And once you get the credentials, we can fill it in and get it approved by the VP Education. Rajat, you were asking something?
Yeah. So actually, I don't have a doubt exactly regarding this portal, but I had in general a doubt regarding induction part, which I did not I'm not aware of that. Like, what's the expectation exactly once a person joins Toastmasters in terms of participation? Like, how many? Suppose in a duration of 3 months, like I think it's a quarterly system, right? So, like, how many speeches are expected, or like what all and how many times person has to take a role, or all those kind of things?
Good question, Rajat. When it comes to the frequency of joining a Toastmasters meeting, it is in your hands. As many meetings as you join, it need not be only Eloquent, your own home club. So Eloquent is going to be your home club. Apart from that, you have lots of other clubs around the globe. Right now, with the help of Zoom, you can join any meeting that you want. And you can present your speeches in that clubs also. Our VP Ed can help you out by getting a slot for the speeches in that club too. That answers the frequency in which you want to join a meeting. Second, how many speeches you want to give in a particular quarter. So first of all, the Toastmasters is separated into semesters. So 6 months once the cycle of registration happens. There are people who have given complete all these 20 speeches in 31 days. There are in Toastmasters in Gurgaon, there are people who have given all these 25 speeches in 31 days and they have completed the path. And not just that, it's not all this level 4 and level 5, it has projects to be done. It's not that they can do it on their own. They have to do background activities and then they have to give the speeches. So it depends on how much energy you take for this particular activity. I hope that answers the speeches. So as I was telling, a particular path has a minimum 20 speeches, 15 to 20 speeches. It can go up to 50 speeches based on the number of electives you choose. Finally, to answer the roles. So I'm coming to that point right now. Just a moment, Rajat, regarding the roles, I will come to the next session. Any questions on pathways section till now? Are we cool, Sir Shashank? Hardik? Yeah. Coming to the roles. The main objective of a Toastmaster is to develop his public speaking skills. And second is to develop his leadership skills also. And as a Toastmaster mission statement states, we give a safe and positive environment where you can develop these two skills and prosper in your life. That is the basic requirement. This is personally I put it. I put public speaking as the first thing and the leadership as the second. Because leadership is like a steward for the public speaking in Toastmasters. You become a kind of a supporting mechanism at the back end where you support the speakers who are trying to give their speeches and trying to improve them. So you become a steward for them. That is where you become the leader. It depends on how many, the roles that you are going to take. It all depends on the leadership level that you want to develop. Like everything in life, whether you are going to write ABCD in your LKG and UKG, or going to drive a very big, very high sophisticated computer software, you will have a learning curve, right? Leadership also has a learning curve. The roles that you are going to talk about is like that. So you start with auxiliary roles, where the auxiliary roles are especially the grammarian, the accounter, and the timer, who support the general evaluator. The accounter counts all the filler words. We must have already heard of it. The grammarian takes care of how the clarity of the speeches, how well the context and the grammar has been maintained in the speech. And finally, the timer takes care how well the timing of the speeches. The timing should not cross, as I have been continuously telling, that we should not cross the timing that we are fixing for, because we don't want to bore the guys, do we? How many of you guys want to be bored by me? Yes, no?
No one, I can say.
No, I guess, right? So yes, when you don't want to get bored, so does the audience. I continuously think about you guys, because the moment I miss what you guys are thinking or what you guys are feeling, I become detached. I start talking what I want. In that way, it will not feel good, right? What is the point of me doing something that you guys don't want? Same way, think about the audience continuously. It takes time. It takes lots of practice and patience. It's all right if you guys can't do it immediately. I was really bad at the beginning. I hope Harsh is there. He can actually give some. Harsh is not there. So at the beginning, even I was fumbling with all this roles and processes. And once you start, the meeting starts with the sergeant at arms. Sergeant at arms starts the meeting with highest energy possible. The meeting is like this. It starts with the high note, and the presiding officer takes it further higher, and then the speech and the TMOD and the speeches actually plateau it a bit, and then again the table topic master takes it further higher. So you must have seen this happen in our meeting. The sergeant at arms, whomever comes, they try to make the clap and all those stuff. Then we get a plateau kind of a thing in the speech where you guys have to just look at the speaker. And finally, when the table topic comes, your heartbeat starts racing like crazy. Yeah, I do not know what is this table topic master going to do, and I don't want to just get in front of the camera. We have that feeling, right? That's the and then comes down. The general evaluator comes out and starts giving the feedback, and finally the meeting ends with the presiding officer. This is how the entire choreography of the meeting happens. The TMOD is the glue or the adhesive of the meeting, who joins all the parts, like the speeches, the table topic session, and the final general evaluation session. So he bridges this gap, and he acts as the master of the ceremony or the MC of the meeting. TMOD is one of the most important activity, because there you will get the flair. You see the TMOD, you must have seen me coming as a TMOD for twice in the meeting already. And Harsh and Salil must have done it. So we have a flair, kind of a style for ourselves. TMOD is one place where you can show your true style. Keep that in mind. You can come up with any topic that you love. The most important thing is you have to fix the timing. You are in charge of the complete meeting. Along with the timer and along with the general evaluator, you have to fix the timing. You have to make others to align with your timing and make the meeting complete in 2 hours as a role players. So I was talking to you about the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. I am not in depth going about each and every role. There is a separate write-ups that is available there. I will share it to you guys. You guys can go through it. But I'm giving you the overall picture: what the grammarian does, what an R counter does, what a timer does. And when it comes to general evaluator, he evaluates the entire meeting. He evaluates he usually need not evaluate the speeches, because the speeches are already evaluated by the evaluators, set evaluators. And then he evaluates how even the grammarian, R counter, and the timer does the role. Okay. Regarding the roles, each and every role, it is always better to have a discussion with the general evaluator of that meeting on how to talk and how to get the roles delivered. At this moment, you guys might have certain challenges in a couple of roles that you do not know how to remember those important aspects. So that comes with practice. You guys have to try it once or twice. You will have to go back to your general evaluator and ask them, how did you do? And they will guide you how to change it. As a sergeant at arms, when I started, I used to fumble with my mission statement. We used to have the cell phone in front of us, read the mission statement out of our cell phone, PDF document. We still do it. Even now, we still do it. These things are fine. These nitty-gritty aspects are not something that we are looking for. We want you to be calm and composed and deliver whatever you want to deliver. We are not here. We request everybody to be as free and as relaxed as possible, because we are trying to learn here. We are trying to create an environment which is like a college or a school group study that you guys have. That is how I see this particular group, at least this Eloquent Toastmasters Club. And most of my views about learning because I learn all kinds of new things and I try to bring it on to others so that they can also see how the world is going on. If you guys have such a mentality, you can always take the roles and see how you can also influence others and support others. So I spoke about general evaluator, I spoke about R counter, timer, and the grammarian. And finally, the next step comes the table topic master. Table topic master is where you get all creative. So you need to discuss with the TMOD and get the theme. If you are resonating with the theme and if you have some good questions to come up with or good topics that you are ready to get the guests and the members to talk about, which could be funny, which could be introspective, which could make them reflect about their past, present, or the future. Whatever way it is, you guys can throw in your creativity and try to make the people talk. TTM gets the people talking. That's the most important role of a TTM. It's as simple as that. I spoke in depth about the TMOD. He's the master of the ceremony. And general evaluator, as I was talking about, he comes in front of the meeting. He makes the tag team to explain the grammarian, R counter, and the timer role. And always remember, the timer has to come at the last when he comes and gives the report. Sometimes you see the general evaluators call the timer first because tag has timer, R counter, and the grammarian. But it should be always gapped: grammarian, R counter, and timer. In that way, the R counter will have further ideas on how the grammarian had the filler words, and the timer will have how the R counter did with this timing. In this way, the entire meeting is as efficient and as compressed as possible, because we have to get the things done within that 2 hours or less. That is one of the major points that I continuously ask my executives to take up, because presiding officer is just the steward there. He does not interrupt once he has presided the meeting. And the general evaluator comes back and gives the feedback to the presiding officer. The guest also gives the feedback to the presiding officer. And later, if presiding officer has time and the general evaluator has time, we discuss and try to streamline the meeting. I hope I have covered all the roles that is required and how the meeting is choreographed and what is the purpose of each and every role, how it fixes you as the speech deliverer, also how the evaluator also. Going forward, once you have completed your level 2 evaluation and mentoring, you can start evaluating others also. Once you have completed this introduction to Toastmaster mentoring, you can start evaluating other speakers. Right now, we are only evaluating you, and after 6 to 7 speeches, you can start evaluating. So here in this speech, evaluation is feedback. This is where you will start feeling how evaluation is being done and how to take the feedback. This is one of the most important speeches for you guys, because taking a feedback candidly and not taking it personal is also one of the most important skills. It has to be developed, because it's not that we are all humans. We are not infallible, right? We do make mistakes. Okay, I make mistakes. You guys, do you?
Yes.
That's the most important thing. Once you accept this, once you can see that others are also like me, things are totally different. That is what we cultivate. This is all about Toastmasters, and I'm really grateful for this platform where I could learn a lot. I am a mechanical engineer doing a sales management job, and I'm aspiring to be a visionary speaker. Yeah, totally a different track. There's nothing wrong in that way of thinking, right? You can do whatever you want in your life. It all depends on, at this moment, what exactly you want. So hope that this platform will be much more helpful to you guys, and you can go forward with this. Any questions?
No, Gamal. Just one thing. After this, we are free to choose any path based on the 3.
Yes, you are free to choose any path.
Okay.
I just showed you all the choices available for you.
All right.
Before choosing, as I was telling, just go through it, give it a time, take a cup of coffee, read through all the choices, okay, before you choose it. Maybe you did not like the one that the psychometric test threw on you. Maybe you want something different. You can actually look into that. Okay, just go through that.
So should we drop off?
Yeah. So if you guys are okay, then we can close the meeting. Hardik, are we on time?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right.
Tushar, any questions?
No, I don't have yet.
Good to hear that. Looking forward to.
Yeah, most certainly. Thank you, Kamal.